Hey guys, I'm Swordless Twitch Goodness. You're watching the race. Already in progress. Had a little bit of technical difficulty, but that is great. Guys are already well into their well-established run. Where they're going. Missed their early game, so I'm not sure if they got their manette right. They both got the Indian or extent got this point. Oh, great pattern and different though. For starters. jkoper gets much better pattern there. You gotta stop saying stuff like that. Oh, in a row here. These guys are both super seasoned runners. Some of my favorite guys to watch. They're gonna be probably really close to each other the whole time. On in, folks are just making their way in to watch. They're just joining us. They're just getting started. TheThirdExtent is already walking into Manhandla. One of the worst parts of the game. He gets a great pattern. Bomb drop. That's exactly what he wanted. I can promise you that. jkoper is making sure he can get his bombs properly. TheThirdExtent's on his way out of level 3 already. These guys are generally speaking running the fastest route. That's the red handle route. You'll see a lot of cool little tricks in this run, like through quarter. You'll see these guys working their counts and pretty much making things happen the way they want them to happen. So TheThirdExtent's already stepping into 4 now. We'll see how jkoper copes with Manhandla. Manhandla gives him good credit too, so they've got bombs. They're both running in and out, and everything's great. Yo, Jess. TheThirdExtent is going to make sure he gets his counts up high enough. He's looking for a little bit of money, but mostly he's trying to get these rooms killed as fast as possible. So he'll get his count just right as he enters into what these runners call the breakfast room. That's right after this room. He's going to go ahead and just sword the rest of these guys down. He's got a good pattern on them. He can pin them right against the wall and kill both sets of them. So jkoper's in to 4. He's going to press up for a moment, and he's going to clip through a block in the dark right after he gets out of this little belfry here. TheThirdExtent got a pretty fair pattern there. He did take a bop from the like. The bubble kind of knocked him in there, chased him in. He's just fine. He's in there with the ladder. He would like to be there a little bit faster, but he's probably not hating this right now. Yeah, this promises to be a really, really enjoyable game. All right, Koper gets a good bomb drop there. He's going into the breakfast room. It was a fun little ladder clip you just saw TheThirdExtent do. Do a quick one frame tap there. If you're standing in precisely the right place on the ladder, and span the gap. He's going to go in and fight Gleeok, and my least favorite way to fight Gleeok, with the stick. First, he's got to get past these couple of guys. A pretty good pattern. Would have liked for that guy to come a little closer, but he does have beams, and he's going to utilize those. He's going to step in the door and start smacking this guy. Got to hit him some 16, 18 times. A lot. It's a lot. But I've seen him at it. He does a good job at it. jkoper gets his ladder clip. Chooses to go up, and TheThirdExtent is out of 4 on his way to 1. jkoper also heading into Gliok. Again, very seasoned with this guy. You're not going to see too much trouble here, I suspect. Oh, I said I was going to stop saying stuff like that. Doing just fine. Took one hit from a fireball. I think he may have touched the head there, but maybe not. Got it done. It's no easy feat. That guy's kind of a gatekeeper, and I can't always make it past him with just the wooden sword. You're seeing TherdExtent do the famous pirouette. He runs in and out of level 1 right quick and tricks that door at the top that I'm pointing at into unlocking. Yeah, that's exactly right, Adirondack Rick. Saying there, that fight seems like the first time he hits you, it's over. Like, he can get you painted in the corner, you try to get over and hit, and they just circle around you. But these guys make short work of it like they're professionals and they know what they're doing. Okay, TherdExtent gets his bomb like he likes. He's up to 6 bombs right now. Bomb count, not quite as serious as it is in my favorite runs, the swordless runs, but you're always wanting to know what your count is in case you need money, in case you need fairies, in case you need bombs, in case you need stuff. And you're going to see these guys, they'll complain during their streams, but they're going to make short work of this level 1. It seems they've just now came in, and TherdExtent is already well on his way out of this dungeon. He's going to walk right past these guys like they don't owe him anything. Grab a key off the bottom floor here, and he's into the boss. Boss is Aquamendus, not known for its difficulty per se. It does take a few licks. Drop a bomb though, and it's only 1 or 2 licks. TherdExtent, out of level 1 at 755 or so. Pretty happy with that. jkoper most of the way through himself. TherdExtent's gonna start the desert crawl here. To get his clips just right. This thing can hold you up a little bit. It's a little bit tricky from time to time, but these guys get 5 pixels or so from the edge. Do a 1-frame tap, and they can walk right through to the other side. And it saves a good 2 seconds or so, I bet. jkoper, no trouble out of 1, and he's out of there. He's going to also cross the desert. TherdExtent gets a quick bomb there that he had counted for, so he's going to work his way over to level 2. Again, much like level 1, not necessarily a... Oh, jkoper took just a little bit of a clip there. He's alright though. Just cost him a little bit of a moment. Level 2, also not a terribly difficult level, but really does really can cost you some time according to your live split. So guys are gonna try and not be angry with themselves as they work their way through. jkoper goes back and grabs that heart. He was only half a heart down, but now he gets his beams back. Oh, and then they were promptly stole from him by a terrible moblin. TherdExtent making short work of the Moldorm, the Snake of Fire. The ropes are not being great to him, but made easy work of that too. He's not worried about money. He walks away and leaves it on the floor. Pretty good group here. He does want those bombs. He's probably going to farm some off the Dongo here, but he would have been down below 8. Now he'll leave here with 8. He's out of 2. In about 10:25 or so. Looking good. jkoper right behind him. Just a few rooms back in level 2 here. This any percent no up A contest is oh man. Third Extent just leaving bombs on the ground even though he doesn't need them. These guys who run any percent no up A, now these guys are very good. Even our premier bracket, our what you might think of as the AM bracket, is just full of guys who are really good. And these two guys have got sub 30 times by the bushel. I know Third Extent keeps up with his. He's done many. I should have looked it up before we started, but he's done many just this year. He's probably up to 10 or 15 sub 30s. And jkoper, again, I haven't been watching his stuff all the time, but I know he does too. Gets his bomb from Dodongo, and he's out of 2. Third Extent went up north to the northeast corner, got him 100 secrets, so now he has all the money he needs. He's going to buy his meat and arrow when he gets around to the other side of the world. Right now, he's going to make his way through 5 and try not to curse too loudly. jkoper also leaving bombs on the floor. I know he did that just for me. Thanks, bro. Really fun race. I've been looking forward to this. These guys are, looks like, I mean, just for at this point in the run, they're very evenly matched. Third Extent has just a moment of irritation doing his clip. Kills a Keese out of frustration. Now he's got a count. He's hoping for a bomb drop in this room. We call this the Olive Garden. I feel like it should have been something angrier. Oh, see what I mean? This room's irritating. Now he has to just go on and kill these guys with what bombs he can use. And then sword them down. And by sword, I mean the stick. It's not a sword. A wooden sword. Got a heart, though. He's got beams. He's going to just work his way through it. Not going to kill him or anything. And he's still going to be ahead this moment. So this is the smart play, though. You just take your time and kind of ease them down. Good job. Into the breadstick. That's where they got Olive Garden from, I guess. But I don't know, man. That room's a little meaner. Maybe we could go with Fazoli's or something like that. It's just a little bit grittier, jkoper cannot get the bomb easily, but he gets it. Third Extent, meanwhile, making his way back to the front. Gonna grab a bomb from that same Gibdo. They're high-fiving. Yo, dude. Third Extent gets pretty good spawn from the Gibdo there. Grabs the bomb. He's up to 5 now. He'll probably try to farm one in this next Dodongo room. Because he likes to do that. jkoper waiting for these guys to line up properly. And hoping it's not before his flight takes off. These guys are taking forever. Okay, nope. They're being mean to him. It's a rough room. I mentioned that already. So he's going to have to do the same thing. He's going to break out the sword and start doing a little swiping himself. Ugh. Very frustrating. But they will persevere. Third Extent, meanwhile, most of the way through 5. He's got a couple of rooms. This one's not very dangerous. This next one, let's see how swaggy he gets. Try not to be too full of yourself, bro. Oh! Down the center. We love to see it. All right, he's going to swap over to his bomb. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to conserve the bombs. Look at him. Dodging fireballs. Well done, bro. And he's out of level 5 just over 15 minutes. He's going to be pretty happy with that right now in a race situation. Although, not happy with his room full of blue dark nuts. jkoper down to 1 bomb. He farmed his extra bomb going in from the Gibdo there, so he does. Wow, he gets the lucky. If that had been me, then I would have lost the bomb and I would have had to go get one. But not jkoper. He's a bad man. It's the bombs he needs. He's up to 7 now. Third Extent going in to get his vintage meat, as he calls it. The technical term for it, I'm pretty sure. Drop in, grab the arrow, and he's off to 7. 7 with a wooden sword again. Whew. These guys are tough. The warriors, they look for a challenge and they take it. It's the fastest way, they'll tell you. jkoper, I blame you, Red Octorok, opts to drop a bomb first and then whistle, which is how I like to do it myself. He's out of level 5 at about 1630 or so. He also has some shopping to do. Third Extent still holding on to those beams. I know he's happy about that. Takes a fireball instead of taking the Dig Dogger. The Dig Dogger takes 2 hearts of damage, so it wasn't much the way to do that. jkoper at the vintage meat about the same time Third Extent is giving his vintage meat away. jkoper tried to get the blue ring. He really wanted it. Would not give it to him because they're stingy. There it is. Please don't. Please don't remind everybody that I said Cooper, please. Please. I'm begging you. Third Extent got a candle. The red one. jkoper's making his way into 7. Third Extent's on the downhill. Gets a lucky bomb drop like a jerk. Just kidding, buddy. You probably counted for that. Ooh, did not get the good pattern for Dig Dogger, but manages to get up there and get him hit anyway. Could take a little bump to the grill. A tough guy, he can take it. He decides to go on and take the money and the hearts. They were laying there. I mean, God forbid he take a bomb, but hey, whatever. jkoper gets a drop for the Aries there in the river room, and he's back to beams. See how long that lasts. This is a tough level to keep beams in. Third Extent has plenty of money, so he opts to arrow down the hands rather than get dragged back to the beginning. jkoper throwing around the vintage meat. Third Extent doing just fine. jkoper had a little moment there. He had to knock some guys out of front of him in front of the door. But he is in to get his red candle now. Third Extent's going to do some world rapping. He's a rapper, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he's going to do. Going to go to the other side, grab a couple of hearts. So he'll have enough to whistle his way back to the graveyard and get a good sword. He's right next to the graveyard right now, but he's still 2 hearts short. This is not much of a detour. It's going to take him probably about 45 seconds, whole minute. And it's worth it. He's already got one of those hearts right there. jkoper getting the floor bombs out of 7. I'm going to go ahead and get up there to make sure he doesn't have to do any battling, have to worry about any running out of bombs right here at the end of this. A Third Extent's got 4, but he is not. That's good bomb shape. You see, he does the legendary Rue Quarter. Our good buddy Rue Slugs has invented so much that we use for this run. So much that we use for a lot of runs. Third Extent has the magical sword. Now that's a sword, guys. Like, that stick. I don't know, man. Third Extent goes around to the end so he can get his whistle count like he wants it. Just as jkoper's finishing off 7. This is level 6. And this is a swordless runner's nightmare. When you got the magical sword and the skills that these guys are walking around with, it's not too much trouble. A couple of tough rooms. This next room coming up here can be a little bit difficult, mainly because the bubbles can really bother you. Yep. Also, there are likes. However, Third Extent just uses the like armor to his advantage. While you're in that like, not a whole lot can be done to you. So he just drops a few bombs while everybody's standing around, kills everybody, and then swords down the last dude. No worries. Do it again, I dare you. Alright, jkoper having just a little bit of trouble getting on the raft. Octorok and the... that thing in the water. Zol, is that right? Shooting at him. Third Extent kind of using that pancake armor, just maybe overusing it. I'm certain that's once or twice past what he meant to do. jkoper getting his Rue Quarter on now. And he'll move over to the graveyard. Look at that guy. Zol spawned right next to him. Third Extent already done with 6. Heading over to 8. Difficult section of the run. These guys are, they're getting towards the end now. Third Extent knows jkoper's not way behind, I'm sure. And jkoper's pretty sure that Third Extent's within reach, so they're going to be trying to play fast. That's where mistakes can happen when you're trying to overdo it. So we'll see which one can hang on to keep their pressure mounted down. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I thought he took a hit right there. He did not. jkoper going into the magical breakfast room. See how, he decides not to wear the pancake armor. He does get a fairy drop, which is cool. He just takes this nice and sensible. He just works his way around there and gets his beams back. Now he's got everything he needs. This last like if he'll stop dodging, then he's out of there. While I've been talking, Third Extent made it through the first Blue Lagoon with only half a heart lost. Takes a hit from a Gibdo on the way through. Don't think he meant to do that. If he wanted to increment his count, he could have done that with the bubble. Took a little bit of extra damage in that second Blue Dark Nut room, but overcame very quickly. He's got 7 bombs. He's got no reason to hang out in here. He does take another Gibdo pop. Those guys are jerks. And just like that, jkoper is done with the second magical breakfast room. Oh. Now watch this Gleeok fight. This is kind of the exact thing we were talking about earlier. Oh, man. Third Extent tries to farm the bomb. Didn't have to have it, but would certainly been happy with full bomb count going into 1. But he's just happy to get out of there. Got a little bit of a refill coming out of 8. It's very ordinary. Meanwhile, jkoper is just leaving level 6. Third Extent, just like that, is on his way to level 9. Home of the hit dungeon music. It's level 9, jkoper 8 bombs going into 8, so he can afford to drop 1 or 2 if he gets a lucky grouping. He may not. He may choose to just hold on to what he's got. He's got a great bomb count going into 9. These guys don't have to have a big bomb count going into 9 like you'd prefer if you were running swordless, but if you've got extra bombs and you get in that reverse C room on your way to the silver arrow, oh, jkoper throws a bomb and gets 1 in return. If you've got extra bombs going in there, then you're in a lot better shape. You can throw bombs if you get bubbled, and you almost certainly will get bubbled. Just makes the combat a whole lot easier, so. jkoper, quick work of the first Blue Lagoon there. It's the bubble hit instead. Now you see he didn't lose his health there. He does drop a quick bomb. Gotta be careful there, get sucked into the hole. Ops does not need the heart, walks away. Says no thanks. Now TherdExtent here, he is not enjoying this, but he is gonna try to farm a bomb off of, well, he's not gonna try, he's going to farm a bomb off of this Patra right here. And he knows he's low on bombs, and he also knows that he's got a little bit of a lead, so he's gonna take just that moment to make sure his bomb count is high. If he needs it, he'll certainly be happy he has it. jkoper, quick work of 4-headed Gleeok. He is out of there. Oh, TherdExtent thought he was on the tile above and was just a little off. He's in real health trouble now, guys. Okay, he takes a breath. Yeah, he did not want that to happen. I can absolutely promise you. He's going to work his count here. He may even try to go to the next room, the bat room and the belfry. And it's not the belfry. He may try to go and get his count up here. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. He wants a fairy drop. He's going to try to do some magic is what he's going to do. And he's got the time. He just, if he dies, it's over. If he doesn't die, then he should be fine. He's got to make his way through that reverse C room, though, and that room is no joke. Got a fairy. I really thought he was going to go for the explosion myself, but that's enough health. He's just going to have to wait for Patra here. And he's taking the pause. Perfect, perfect. Meanwhile, jkoper in 9. So death for a TherdExtent, you know, could indeed prove disastrous. He's got a couple of bombs he can use here. He does not get the good pattern because he went back and forth. He's just going to take his time, make sure he doesn't lose any health. Did a great job there. That was great. Just through reverse C. He's got a couple more heavy rooms and he's done with this run. Ooh, man, a lot of us missed that clip under pressure. TherdExtent makes the reverse clip there, no worries. He does not want to get hit by that keys, though. jkoper is not slowing down, though. He's definitely going to do his due diligence to get this done. He's already through with the first heavy wizard room. And his health is just fine. If he's complaining about anything, it's his lack of beams. But I bet he ain't complaining. He gets a bomb drop as well, so he's up to 6 bombs. He's going to have plenty of bombs going in. TherdExtent, this is one of his last tough rooms. Oh, wisely drops a bomb there. He had a good pattern on those blue guys. They came right together, and he just bombed them right out of the way. They would have hit him, but instead he gets a heavy lick on them. A bomb hit is as good as a hit from the magical sword, so jkoper decides to beat Patra. He's not going to risk dying. TheThirdExtent is on the downhill. He cannot afford to make any heavy mistakes with Patra here. If he decides not to validate the run by getting rid of going for grayscale. It was a quick Patra 2, Patra 3, excuse me. And he's in. He's going to be fighting Ganon at 31. He should be able to pull through at 31:30 or so. Not going to be his official race time, however. And he is done, guys. Get your GGs in order. And he is done with it. Great run by ThirdExtent. jkoper right behind him. I mean, ThirdExtent could not make any mistakes right there at the end, and he knew it too. Great run. First of 3 possible. First one goes to ThirdExtent. Looks like it's going to be a race time of 31:39. It says here 31:33, something like that. Not his favorite ever, but I bet he's very happy with it. Yeah, that was a great run. Great run. Both guys, nobody made any real big mistakes. They both just had some tough luck. Tough luck in 5. Death. Yeah. Oops. All right, let's see here. I bet we're gonna give them just a moment. Right. Give them just a couple of minutes and then we'll start our next race here. Good match. These guys are, they're basically running the same run. But as you saw, even in any percent no up A, you're always having to make fine adjustments, and there was a lot of adjustments both guys had to make and overcome. It was a really fun run to watch. Always different when you're in the race. Moment to get a drink here. And the countdown has begun. There We'll get our times adjusted and all. There we are. All right, there we go. Everybody's lined up, reset, and they're off. They're, weird. They're going in this cave here. Oh, there's a sword in there. Huh. I'll be darned. If you're just joining us, I am Swordless Twitch Flip. You guys can call me Flip. We're watching the second round of Third Extent versus jkoper, or jkoper versus the Third Extent, depending on which way you read. They have already made their way into level 3. Yes, you're reading that right. They start with level 3. They're going to go to 3. They're going to go to 4. Then they're going to go to 1. And it just gets weirder from there, folks. Eventually, they'll start doing things in order around the 8 or 9 time there. Both guys having to farm all of the red dark nuts to get their bomb drop, but they do so. Oh, Third Extent tries to use his oh no, jkoper takes an early death there. Just after the difficulty he'd had in the red dark nut room, ran into trouble right there in the next red dark nut room. Meanwhile, Third Extent made it over to the raft, getting him a couple of keys for count. Now he didn't want another one there, so he's using a little few paw straps there. Tap and select to make his way through. jkoper now with full health, so no worries. Makes his walk right through, and hopefully he'll get a good spawn here. Yeah, this is good. Not too bad there. They'll cooperate. They're not. But he's a patient man, and he makes it through. Third Extent making his way back. Bombs through. Now he's into one of the worst rooms of the game. Manhandler. Manhandler gives him an entirely weird pattern and refuses to go down. Third Extent's in real trouble here. He has got to sword down Manhandler. Worst thing you can have to do when you have a stick. It's gonna take, I do believe it's 8 hits. And he's not gonna make it. He ends up getting taken out. The Manhandler now. That's not the end of the run. He already has the raft, so he's gonna go up, I would guess, up to the chute and try and farm. Well, he will farm a bomb there because there's a floor bomb up there. Now jkoper also having trouble out of Manhandler. Now this is the usual Manhandler we all know and love. Oh man, jkoper though able to survive it and makes his way out of level 3 first. So even though he had that early death, makes it out of there. So here goes Third Extent through to the chute. He's going to farm this bomb. Now once he gets this bomb, he doesn't have to do anything weird. The requirements, if you die, you only have to go and return to the room you died in, and he wants to return to that room anyway because that's where Manhandler is. So he's got his 4 bombs now. Doesn't have to bomb his way in this time, so he's going to hope for a quick kill. Of course, that's what he hoped for last time. Manhandler just moves randomly. It's a very RNG boss, and very difficult. See there? No worries. Manhandler walked right into the spot then. There's no trouble whatsoever. But that's how it is. So, Third Extent starts out behind this run, as opposed to being ahead for most of the run last time. So, see how he does under the pressure this time. Sir. Yeah, those are some of the worst Manhandlers I've ever seen. Absolutely heinous. So, jkoper, while I've been running my mouth about Manhandler and how lame he is, has made it into the breakfast room. Those are gels, and we're going to pretend those are pancakes and eggs wandering around. And jkoper gets his bomb drop, but he opts to use his stick for most of that battle there. He's already in with the ladder, making his way back around. Now, they'll pass each other in this room here. Quick high five there. Let's see, will they touch? No! jkoper runs by, refuses to high five. No time to waste. It's his ladder clip and he's through already. Third Extent gets his bomb drop just like he liked. Those pancakes take a few hits with your the wooden sword, and the least you have to do that, the happier you are. He is down to 4 bombs. I'm gonna leave him with just 2 going into the fire room. Oh, jkoper gets all the bomb luck. Thanks for not leaving those on the floor, bud. Appreciate that. He's into Gleok now with the stick. This is not an easy fight, as I mentioned last run. This is a fight that can easily go wrong. He's already taken a couple of hits. He's gotten a little trapped here, but he's all right. He knows what he's doing. He makes it right through. Third Extent's heading up for the, I believe they call that the error key. Meanwhile, jkoper's out of here. He's heading on to level 1. No worries really for him there. Third Extent gets the bombs. Oh, what a jerk. Look at those. Just all of the bombs. His bomb count's fine now as well. And this is a race, guys. Nothing holding either one of these dudes back. They've got the same money, got the same keys. jkoper has 1 more bomb because he's a boss. And just as Third Extent is grabbing the Triforce, jkoper is doing the pirouette. Third Extent making his way across. Meanwhile, jkoper clearing this room for the key. Probably would not have hated having that rupee, but it takes time to go back and get it, and they have no time to waste. jkoper clips in for the bow. Grabbing the bow at 8:07 or so. Nice work. Okay. Now he'll go up to 5. I have a level where you can really save a lot of time or not. TheThirdExtent getting all the money he needs in here. Oh, gets a good pattern. Oh, and just sideways misplaces the bomb just a bit. Be fine going into Dodongo here. Arm his bomb. While jkoper's grabbing his 100 secret from the northeast corner there. Victoria's secret. Not a secret. We know. You know. Everybody knows. Yeah, with this route, I would agree with Yumi there. The level 1 is fairly free. Level 2 is fairly free. You can get mightily trolled by Dodongo, but the floor bomb, you know, makes me feel better about that anyhow. Anyway, jkoper clipping his way over, walking into 5 now, just as TherdExtent is walking up towards his money. Heading up to Victoria's secret for the 100 as well. jkoper gets a good Gibdo pattern there. 2 of them down for the price of 1 bomb that he was using anyway. TherdExtent's behind him. Right behind him. Oh, takes the D boost. Damage boost there. Clarification. Okay, jkoper. I should have screamed for him. Not terrible patterns. He did take a hit, so his count is irrelevant at this point for bombs anyway. But they are patterning up a lot better than they did for his last run, so he's going to have to sort them down a little bit. Well, looks like he doesn't want to do that any more than he absolutely has to. And not that I blame him. But he's done with them. And first to the breadstick. TherdExtent just entering the room. See how he fares here as they wave at one another. That bomb placement was ineffectual. Oh, got very nice on the next one and got the drop. Did take a face plant, but no worries. And just like, oh, I thought he was through already. He did too, I think. Made up a little bit of time there, though, against this last run, and he's still holding a bomb. It's going to be 1 ahead of jkoper. jkoper grabbing the Gibdo bomb, though, meanwhile, and he's out of there. Here comes TherdExtent right behind him. Turned out to be a great match. jkoper farms his bomb. He's going to be happy with 7, he says, and walks away. TherdExtent didn't quite get the easy pattern there, but makes short work of that bomb holding Gibdo. He needs to be careful here, though. He's 2 hits away from death. Dongo can hurt you. Dongo behaved himself. Now, TherdExtent, he wants all his bombs. So he's up to 8. He got his extra one up to 8. jkoper takes the sensible route through the bunnies, in my opinion. TherdExtent getting his count up a little here. jkoper, same tactic as last time. Drops 1 bomb and then wooden sword the rest of the way. He's got his whistle already equipped now, so he's ready to make his way on back to 3. Wait. 4. TherdExtent also wisely takes the bottom route this time. He also decides that he doesn't want to use the stick this time, so he drops his bomb. Drops a second bomb. Oh, he farmed his way into bomb. I forgot he worked that count up. So now he's up to 8 as well when he leaves. He's going to do his shopping. Guys, I can promise you it's way too close to call right now. jkoper's in the lead, as you can see, but it's a tight run. These guys are making it look easy. You're not supposed to be listening to me, bro. jkoper getting his own count up. TheThirdExtent grabbing the vintage beat just as jkoper enters 7. Oh, with the clip because he's the man. As far as I know, that's TheThirdExtent's own naming, the vintage meat. I like it. It's hilarious. Ugh. jkoper taking a beating before he can get out of that blue Korea room there. In the river room now, he's got a few arrows that he may or may not care to use. He's going to use them strictly for the Koreas and then work his way right out of there. Big pass, Dig Dogger. Meanwhile, TheThirdExtent entering 7. It's a few rooms back. Now, TheThirdExtent, he's just a little bit slower on arrows. He opts to drop one quick bomb. But he's out of there faster as a result, so all that extra farming he did has paid off. jkoper grabbing the red candle meanwhile. Put these guys right in their little groove. Bomb counts are near what they'd like. Neither one of them has all of the money they would love to have. But once they get this red candle, they'll be able to do a little bit of battle without the sword when necessary. So doesn't seem like much, but for example, in the Wallmaster room coming up, you can really use those flames to fight them off. Make absolutely certain that you don't get grabbed in a room full of bubbles. jkoper farming a couple of bombs off the Dodongos. Not really concerned about that. Those guys are always bad about getting in my way. Now, TheThirdExtent going to farm bombs in this room instead, in the Korea room here. Korea? Those things. Blue guys. A little bit more time that takes, but probably a good bit safer for making sure you don't throw bombs away unnecessarily. Dodongo control you so easily. Such a jerk. Man, just like that, jkoper out of level 7. Oh, he does not. He thought he had his swaggy grab again. He missed it that time. TheThirdExtent making good use of that candle. Went to all that trouble to get it. Decides to grab some health too, why not? Grabs a clock. Won't grab a bomb when he don't need it, but anyway, it's none of my business. jkoper already wrapping the world. Gonna go around, grab his 2 hearts, and he'll be ready for his sword. Master sword? No. Magical sword. Because it's their game and they make it up. TheThirdExtent out of 7 as well. all too early to call, guys. jkoper equipping his whistle, getting ready for the patented Rue slugs. Rue quarter. I'm just gonna. He decides to go on and take a lick from Fireball while he's down there. Wise. Hopefully he doesn't get the bad spawn again. We tried to grab him last time. Awesome. And he's up with the magical sword now. TheThirdExtent trying to do a little quick farm in there and struggling. Does not get what he would like to have gotten. Oh well. He's got his hearts though. The jkoper is walking into 6. TheThirdExtent gets to kill the Zol instead, which is almost as good. jkoper gets an easy bomb in 6 there. TheThirdExtent's gonna hope for the same thing. jkoper entering the magical breakfast room. Not nearly as scary when you have a sword, turns out. Still, they're not giving it away. Oh, he gets sucked up by the like, decides to go ahead and just knock him out instead of waiting for the guys to walk over to him. Probably wise. It's a fairy for his trouble, though. He's got his beams in 6, which is not always the case. TheThirdExtent gets a quick bomb drop. He's happy about that. Oh. jkoper goes in for the key. Has to take a Wizard beam to the face, but fortunately for him, a blue one. Those are only worth 2 hearts instead of the 4 that the red ones take away. Those guys are mean. jkoper making short work of the second magical breakfast room, just as TheThirdExtent is finishing off the first one. TheThirdExtent gets a bomb drop, and he's going to grab those. Because he knows I'd like for him to. He does not take a Wizard beam to the face, because they're nicer to him. jkoper, though, he's going to throw out a quick arrow, and he's out of level 6. Very fluid. Just making his way right through. Blessed arrow, no up A means they can't intentionally die, and if they accidentally die, they have to touch back in the dungeons. Oh, jkoper walking his way down to level 8 now. Not the easiest of levels. You didn't need those bombs, bro. Level 8 is filled with enemies that we hate. Blue dark nuts. They take a lot of hit points. They move at random. And there are 2 different lagoons full of them in here. And if you die and come back, they come back too. It's bad all around. I don't like it. jkoper makes pretty short work of the first blue lagoon. Ends up down 2 hearts leaving out. He's not going to be angry about that at all. Oh, gets a quick bomb drop too for his troubles. TheThirdExtent's full with 8 bombs right now, and it is a cool thing. If the dark nuts happen to align, then you can throw a bomb and hit 5, 6, hits passed around to these guys. But it so rarely happens. jkoper. jkoper gets a lucky bomb and leaves it laying for the homies. Third extent through the first blue dark nut room. As takes a dark nut to the backside as he's leaving the door. Dude waited till he turned around and whacked him. jkoper made such quick work of four-headed Gleeok like it wasn't nothing. He's on a mission now, man. Third extent also having a pretty good room there. Decides to grab the fairy. I don't blame him. It's wisest to not catch a death here. jkoper gonna whistle to 1 so he can walk up to 9, and meanwhile, third extent getting his loins girded to fight Gleeok. He also knows what he's doing on four-headed Gleeok, and he's out of there, man. That was another quick fight. These guys both had a really great fight there. Yeah, man. I mean, just this is a tight race. jkoper obviously has the advantage right now, but any misstep in 9 can really set him back. He doesn't have to die in 9. He can just have, a really bad Patra room or something like that, and third extent's right back in this. So don't give up on him. He enters 9. jkoper enters 9 as third extent is leaving 1. Dodging the boulders there. Looked like maybe jkoper lost a bomb there. Threw one down and it didn't do the trick. He's in the pancake room as third extent's just coming in. I can hear third extent singing the It's Level 9 song now. jkoper gonna try for the quick little stab as he goes in past Patra. Oh, decides to hit him anyway. Yeah, no, he wants those bombs. No, he doesn't. Okay. He must have disliked that pattern as he entered. Still going just fine. Worked his way through these. He can just get one of those Wizrobes down, then the room becomes way more manageable. Takes one hit in that room, nothing to be ashamed of. Looks like he took the hit off the red guy too, so they're only worth one hit if you walk into them. Their beams, however, a little bit different story. Oh no! Guys, what did I say about anything can happen in level 9? jkoper, trying to farm his bombs up, has lost all of his bombs, and he still absolutely has to have 2. I was not watching his count close enough to know what happened, but apparently he got off count one way or another. Third extent, meanwhile, right past him. Third extent's going into reverse C. And jkoper, he's not out of it, certainly, but he's got a hope for a lucky bomb drop. I'm certain what he's hoping for in this room. Because if he can get it, then he's right back on track, but he does not get it. And so he can go get the silver arrow now, and now he's just hoping for a bomb. Meanwhile, third extent grabs the silver arrow, and he is out of there already. What a race, guys. jkoper, I mean, he's got to get a bomb. He's got to find it somewhere. Third Extent's health is extremely low. As you can see by the fact that he just grabbed one heart from that floor right there. This is his last very dangerous room. He again opts to drop the bomb because he feels like it's safest. I really agree with him there. That's a you don't need that, bro. And he picks up a couple of hearts in that room, and those, man, that's huge. That is huge. He loses half of one right there. jkoper got bombs. He's now right behind Third Extent. He's got to finish that room. The Third Extent just finished off. Oh, and jkoper takes the... Oh, man. It's not over yet. Third Extent actually has to finish. He actually has to finish this Patra off, and he has to finish off Ganon. And as we know, either one of those things can be very difficult to accomplish. His health is not low, but he does have to be extremely careful, and of course he is. He is being careful. He decides to take that heart. I don't blame him. He can take one actual touch from Ganon if he gets unlucky. He's obviously hoping to get a stun lock on him and just be done with this. Alright. Knows where he's going. He's still able to touch him if he has to. And guys, get your GGs out. What a race. What a race. 33 and some change for Third Extent. Amazing race. Amazing. Incredible runs. Both guys like just hanging on to these runs by a thread and managed to pull it out. Like, so good. Looks like our official race time is going to be race finished in 33:25. And wow, what a race. See, we're trying to get jkoper in here. I hope I'm not supposed to do something. Yo, jkoper.
Hey.
Hey guys. Well done. I know one of you is slightly happier than the other, but we, the fans, were loving every minute of it. It was really great.
Awesome. Thanks. GG.
Yeah, man. GG's. Congratulations, Third Extent. jkoper, man. Just a horrible count luck. It looked like right there in the end of 9. You were ahead at that point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I did get horrible count luck, but then I got the bomb drop anyway. So I mean, what happened was in the first wizard room, I got hit at the same time that I killed the last 2 wizards. So I was either at 2 or at 0, and had to go with 2. And
I see.
I must have been at 0. So yeah, and then but I got the lucky bomb anyway. I was just so low on resources and health that like reverse C was very slow. First time it was much better. And anyway, I died. I'm sure it still would have been, within 30 seconds or so, probably, if I wouldn't have died. But I did, so that's all that matters. And then, then I died death in 3 at the start too. So
yeah, it was absolutely that close to. You're right. Even with having to farm for that bomb, like you were just a tiny bit behind, just maybe 2 rooms, something like that. So. I missed when you picked up the bomb. I just looked over again and you had bombs, and I was like, "Oh wow!" And Third Extent had to hold on and did a great job doing so, man. Like we were excited to see it. How'd you feel about that last run?
It was kind of kind of an uphill battle. Dying in level 3, I made a lot of weird mistakes. I forced bombs on Dogger, and then I forgot to switch to, and I used a bomb. The screen loaded instead of using the recorder. So that was fun. Lots of fun things.
You guys both had terrible spawns trying to do your recorder. Both runs, it looked like. That stupid fish monster was in your face every time.
Yeah.
Gosh, man. Guys, I know we had a little bit of a rough start. Did you guys feel weird during the first run, or did things? Were you happy to have a few minutes to get rid of the nerves at the start?
Are you talking about the late start?
I am talking about the late start. Yeah.
No, wasn't happy about that. I guess. I'm just not practiced, so. Yeah. What even happened the first run? The first run, I ran out of bombs in level 3 because it wasn't okay. I ran into a dark nut, the same way in the first time in whatever you want to call the 5 dark nut room in 3, but at the same time. I mean, not the same way. The first time I just I was completely incapable of walking because sometimes my thumbs just we have to establish clearly what's going on, and sometimes they're not in the same game plan. So yeah, I just walked right into that dark nut the first time, and then
We lose him? Sorry, guys. It looks like I've lost audio here.
We lose jkoper.
Yeah, I guess we just lost jkoper.
Hello? You can't.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah. We hear you now. We lost you right at the beginning of the you walking into the red dark nut there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if my finger slipped or something. Yeah. Anyway, I'm watching the light now, and I'll make sure that stays on. Yeah. So right, the first run, I was just me and my hands weren't on the same page, and I just ran straight into that dark nut. And then the second run, I did what's normal basically, but then the dark nut walked up into me, and yeah, the first time it just cost me a count, and then the second time it killed me. So yeah, then I had to spend a bunch of time farming in the raft room the first time, and the second time just walk back through. So it cost me about a minute both times.
It really looked like both of your times were mostly affected. I mean, you both had weird deaths between the 2 runs, but most of your times were affected by you having to stop and farm at weird times. I know TherdExtent talked about that a minute ago, but it's I was telling chat, as we were going, it is one of those things about this run that you guys you don't often have to stop and farm. Like, generally speaking, you know what you're going to get. And when you see people farming, it's usually because something went wrong, The guys in chat were all wondering if what you guys were averaging on race time. Is that what's the what were you guys hoping to run tonight, like time wise?
I was hoping for at least a 31.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. Not die, not have anything bad happen. That'd be it. 30.
Yeah, I really just wanted to go the distance.
So, yeah, I'm not hoping for anything, just trying to play cleanly. Yeah, anyways, I still got the second quest left, I guess, but GG, Third Extent, and good luck in the rest, and yeah, that's good for me. Thanks.
Thanks, jkoper, man. We enjoyed the runs, dude. Third Extent, great hanging out, man. I get a chance to watch you all the time, but this was a lot more fun watching you have to do stuff under pressure. So great job, man. Good on, and well done moving on to the next round.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for comms, and thanks to everybody behind the scenes making this happen.
Heck yeah. Thanks Yumi and Jess especially for making the calls and trying to get us on, and we did get on, and thank you guys for being here to view it. And we're going to get off here for the night, and for Swordless Twitch Flip, I'm Swordless Twitch Flip. We'll talk to you guys later.
Good night.
Good night, bro.